What's up, Greenwood Stock Trading? Coming to you with a market recap and hot stocks to watch. So again, earnings season is here. We're seeing a lot of patterns, and of course, thumbs up, the like button, bell icon button if you want to get notifications. So what happened today? Well, let's see. For number one, PayPal went bananas on the wrong side. So again, what is the most common theme that we're looking at? Okay, these tech stocks, fintech, software companies are reporting and they are tanking. Okay, so you see it with PayPal, you see it with Netflix, you see it with DocuSign when that happened. Like these are stocks that we continue to see sell off as soon as they report, whether it's good or bad, because the problem is we have these macroeconomics that people don't understand, and you get so bullish when a stock is at a certain level, and once that stock bottoms out, you think that's the bottom. Well, no, there is never a bottom. There's always a top, okay, for sure. There's always a top. Look at how many times we tried to break 314, okay? But where's the bottom at? Where's the bottom? The bottom is somewhere where it started, okay? The bottom is somewhere where the IPO is, all right? So we're looking at these patterns because we always want to be ahead of the curve, and we want to see what's developing, all right? So right now, what do we see? UPS drilled earnings, and guess what? All-time highs. All right, so these kinds of moves come when you understand what's going on in the market. We wanted to look and see what was going on in the market so that we can kind of gauge. Now, Google blew out earnings. Of course, we didn't get in this because guess what? I have no idea what this kind of stock is going to do. Okay, but this is gonna spill over into Facebook, Meta, and some of the other companies, because this has a potential. We're back at all-time highs. This has a potential to make the market rally, but you have to understand the sentiment is still toppish. It's still toppy. It's still it's turning bullish, but it's still bearish. Otherwise, you wouldn't have this happening, because a company missed by a very, very small margin. But inflation, again, inflation is a major problem right now. Inflation, what else? And it's becoming so bad that, again, the commodities are going to get hit. So, hey, I mean, why do you think Bitcoin at the beginning of all this was running? Why do you think? Let's look at all this stuff. We got wheat, okay? Why do you think wheat is up so much? Why do you think oil is up so much? Why do you think ExxonMobil has completely went bananas? So we have to see what's going on in the market from a macroeconomic level so that we can price those things in, okay? So just going over the market, what happened today. Earnings is a big thing as far as catalysts, and we want to be on top of those, not necessarily playing each one, but being on top of those. So first of all, Starbucks. What did we do today? Well, it looks like we missed earnings. So again, Starbucks, every single place that you go, Starbucks is going to have a line, either people or cars around the block, okay? And so right now we're seeing all-time highs in revenue, but guess what? Inflation and demand and supply chain things are eating away with this. So of course we're looking at the effects of this, and even though Starbucks missed by EPS, we tanked down, but we still may get a big run up because people know that this is a company that is here. I mean, it's worldwide. Okay, it's basically a global company. All right, so Facebook, this is earnings preview. Meta, since Google ran, you know, where are we on call? So 319, 320 was where we were, and now we're at 330. So out of the money right now is getting closer and closer to the money. But again, look at what happens when Google beats. So Facebook, what do they thrive on? Advertising revenue based on advertising, digital advertisements, clicks, all of those kinds of things. Okay, so once again, we are getting ready to possibly retest these all-time highs if companies are positioned properly. All right, what else do we have here? What else? What did we end up getting today? So Amazon, I'm sure they went up because guess what? All these you know, Google beat. So all these tech stocks that are main staple stocks, not your PayPal's, not your Netflix. I'm talking about these stocks, the FANG stocks, the ones that are approaching you know, $100 trillion. Okay, we got Amazon, $1 trillion market cap. Facebook, I think they're either knocking on and approaching it. So we're looking at we're looking at an environment where the best companies are getting richer, and the wealth gap is increasing. Okay, it's survival of the fittest. All right, and we see where Amazon, we see where Tesla, we see where all the big companies that had online presences got richer during the pandemic. All right, so you got Amazon, like I said, Google just completely destroyed their earnings. Okay, and I mean, basically, to make a long story short, we got way more earning season with implications based on what we are seeing today, and that is these stocks that are stable, that have been able to get the high value dollar. Okay, more luxury stocks are what's in demand. I mean, Apple, where are they going? You know, you gotta have money to get an iPhone, you know, or at least you gotta have some credit. All right, so here we go. I mean, we're about to retest all-time highs again. Okay, so Apple beat, that blew the top off the market. All right, and so then once Apple beats, guess what? It gives everybody else permission to go bananas. All right, so AMC, the apes, guess what? We got some legislation coming saying that to short, the rules are changing and there has to be more transparency. So right here, AMC, we're looking at a situation where if AMC breaks again and gets this kind of volume, then we could see a run up, just depending on what the narrative is. All right, I'm not going to talk too much on that. This is just a quick market recap. If you want more, you can get in my premium options channel. Small direct, again, when I see 3 green bars, 3 green candlesticks, I want to put my money in and put a stop where it should not go below. All right, we got $4 calls, we got 3.5, we got $3.50 calls. This could squeeze because guess what? It's 30% short on the float. All right, so that's another stock that we're looking at right now. And you know, basically AMD was another stock that went bananas. Did not play this one just simply because of the uncertainty in the chip market. Intel reported, guess what? Nothing happened. They traded sideways. As a trader, volatility is what we need to make money on either side. Okay, so AMD wrecked earnings and made a huge move. Not a huge move, but a big move. And so again, look at the moves to the upside. Look how we get a $15, $20 move to the upside, but when we miss, we get a $30 move to the downside. Okay, in one after hour session. So you tell me whether that's bearish or bullish. All right, We're bullish only in a very small number of companies. That's the thing. And so when you see me talking about earnings, you notice if you're in my channel, I'm always talking about buying puts. Okay, so we bought puts on PayPal, and guess what? If we get there, we'll make quite a bit. So these, like I said, these puts on PayPal, the money it was 175. So you're talking about $6. You're talking about $6, turning $2 into $6. Okay, for each call that you bought. All right, one more. We can look at GM. Now GM again, luxury. They got luxury automobiles. They got Cadillac. They got Denali's. They got Yukons. They got Tahoe. They got all of these. They got all of these different. Luxury vehicles. Okay, so these vehicles are something that you can't go without. You can't go without SUVs. You know, you need them. You can't go without trucks. You know, rugged trucks, work trucks. You can't do that. So General Motors is going to have, even though the sales were not where they wanted to be, because there's a supply chain shortage again, which is why you're pretty safe on the put side. Again, we're looking at a situation where these stocks are going to react accordingly, and Ford will do a lot of the same thing. GM will do a lot of the same thing as the rest of the automobile makers. Okay, so when we're looking at Tesla, we're right back up to 931. Guess what? We touched 795 the other day. Okay, which is when we should have been buying, but now we're right back into this area where we can get real choppy. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be looking at more earnings plays. Again, the Discord is free. Get in our launch pass for the premium options channel if you want more. Again, earnings are risky because they can go either way. To beat earnings and the stock appreciate, you have to get all three things right: earnings per share, revenue, and you have to guide up. To buy puts, you only need one of these not to hit the mark. Okay, so that's the philosophy. You get three out of one, you get 1 out of 3 versus 3 out of 3. Okay, we like those odds. But again, supply chain, labor shortage, and inflation is taking a toll on this market. So pick your spots carefully. Pick your spots wise. Okay, whatever stocks that you take, go with your research, your own due diligence, and just use those who have shown that they know what they're talking about. Use those people as a sounding board, as confirmation, but already have the plays that you're looking for, already have the things that you feel conviction on, so that you won't hesitate whenever you see the opportunity. Okay, again, it's a process. Learn. The best is yet to come. We got more on the way. So be sure that you size your bets, size your trades, size your options, and your stocks if you're trading stocks accordingly. Never commit too much of your portfolio to one, because guess what? Even when they beat, they can still sell off. Even when they miss, like Robin Hood, even when they miss terribly, they can still run up. Okay, this is why I say understand the risk when you play earnings, and if you don't have that risk appetite, guess what? Just wait till there's a good technical setup that you can all get into and have a high probability of making money. All right, God bless.